Welcome back to the Mia Pompey podcast. There's a lot happening in the world right now. There's anger, confusion, division, fear, violence, and information coming at us from every possible direction. Everyone has an opinion. And everyone's telling us what to believe, telling us what to fear, who to trust, who not to trust. And they're actually telling us how to feel about what's happening around us. And then I thought of something. This was my question to myself. What if we stopped the entire world to govern our personal lives? What if we decided to run our lives like small countries? Now, just stay with me for a minute. I'm not talking about cutting ourselves off from the world. I'm not talking about becoming cold, fearful, or suspicious of everyone. I'm talking about leadership, personal leadership, spiritual leadership. I'm talking about recognizing that ourselves have been entrusted to us. Our minds, our homes, our time, our money, our health, our relationships, our gifts, our purpose. And we have a responsibility to govern those things wisely. For me, God is the highest authority. God is the sovereign. And I am the steward of the life He has given me. Now, that doesn't mean I get to control everything that happens in the world. But I do have a responsibility of what I allow to govern me. We may not be able to control what governs the world, but we can decide what governs our lives. So let's imagine for a minute that your life is a small country. What would it need? First, your country needs a constitution. And your constitution is made up of your values. And that's your beliefs, your principles, your non-negotiables, what do you stand for, and what you will not compromise. And all summed up, it's what kind of person have you decided to be? For me, my faith has to be at the center. Because without something solid in the center, we can be pulled into 1,000 different directions. One day, we believe one thing. The next day, someone says something persuasive, and we change our minds. Then we see a video, read a comment, or hear a rumor, and suddenly we're questioning everything again. A constitution keeps a country grounded, and your values should keep you grounded. When a decision comes into your life and you have to think about it, the first thing you should think about, does this align with my faith? Does this align with my values? Does this support the life I'm trying to build? Everything shouldn't be decided according to how you feel in one emotional moment. Some decisions need to be run by your values first. Your country also needs borders. Your borders decide what you allow in and what must remain outside. Your life needs borders too. Not everyone should have unlimited access to you. Not every opinion deserves space in your mind. Not every problem belongs in your home. Not every person should have the same access to your time, energy, or your heart. Boundaries are not punishment. Boundaries are not cruelty. Boundaries are how we protect what we have been given. Some people may be welcome in your life, but don't belong in your inner circle. Some people may be people you love, but they're not the people you should take advice from. And some people may have had access to you in the past, but that doesn't mean they're entitled to permanent access. Love does not require unrestricted access. You love people, pray for people, you wish people well, but you can still have a border. Your country needs an intelligence department. This may be the most important part of this episode because information is everywhere, but information isn't the same thing as the truth. A person can speak confidently, but still be wrong. A video can look professional, but still be misleading. A headline can be designed to make you angry even before you know the full story. And an algorithm doesn't necessarily tell you what is true. It's only showing you something that you can't scroll by and you have to watch it to see what it says. So we have to become wiser about what we allow into our minds. Before you believe something, ask yourself these few questions. Where did this information come from? Is this source credible? Is there evidence? Is someone trying to inform me, or are they trying to scare me? Who benefits if I believe this? And do I have the full story? And here's another question you can ask yourself. Do I actually need to have an immediate opinion about this? Okay, let's face it. We've been conditioned to react immediately, to comment immediately, to choose a side immediately. But you know what? Wisdom doesn't always move that fast. Sometimes wisdom may say, well, I need more information, or I have to pray about this. Or just say to yourself, I need to wait before I say anything. That's not weakness. That's discernment. Now, your country needs an economy. Your money matters, but your economy is bigger than your bank account. Your time is a resource. Your energy is a resource. Your attention is a resource. Now, where are these resources going? Ask yourself, are you spending your energy on things that really don't matter? Are you giving hours to people who really only drain you? Are you buying things to impress people who aren't even paying attention? Are you investing in your future? Are you building something? Are you saving? Are you learning? Are you using what God has given you with intention? A strong country can't constantly waste their resources and expect to stay strong. And you know what? Neither can we. This in no way means that we can't enjoy our lives. It means that we stop living like our time, energy, and money are unlimited, because they're not. Your country needs infrastructure. Infrastructure is what keeps things functioning. Roads, systems, power, communication, and supplies. In your personal life, your infrastructure is your daily routine. It's your sleep, it's your health, it's your movement, it's your food, your home, your organization, your schedule. It's the small systems that keep your life from falling into chaos. We want to build a big, beautiful future while ignoring the basic structures that future needs to stand on. You cannot build a peaceful life on top of constant disorganization. You cannot keep pouring out without restoring yourself. You cannot ignore your body and expect it to carry you forever without consequences. You don't need a perfect routine, but you do need some structure. You need habits that support the person that you want to become. Your country needs defense. And I'm not talking about living in fear. I'm talking about protecting what matters. Your peace needs protection. Your marriage needs protection. Your health needs protection. Your reputation needs protection. Your faith needs protection. Your dreams need protection while they're still developing. Everything doesn't need to be announced before it's ready. Every plan doesn't need to be explained to people who've already decided they don't understand you. And every attack doesn't need a response. Sometimes the strongest defense is silence. Sometimes it's distance. Sometimes it's documentation. Sometimes it could be direct conversation, or sometimes it could be just walking away. The best response depends on the situation. But the point of all of this is, don't leave the most important parts of your life unprotected. Your country needs diplomacy. Not every disagreement is a war. Not everyone who disagrees with you is your enemy. And not every relationship should be destroyed over the difference of opinion. Diplomacy means we learn how to speak. We learn how to listen. We learn diplomacy. We learn how to recognize when a conversation is no longer productive. You can be strong without being hostile. And you can be kind without being a doormat. You can have compassion without abandoning your own judgment. Your country needs a cabinet of trusted advisors. Who do you trust to advise you? Because not everyone should get a vote in your life. Some people give advice by what they would do even though they never lived your life. Some people truly want to help you, and some people truly don't. Not everyone wants you to get ahead in life. So choose your advisors wisely and choose them carefully. Look for people with integrity. Look for people with honesty and experience. But remember, advice is information. The final decision still belongs to you. Your country needs a justice system. There still has to be accountability. When someone hurts you, forgiveness may be necessary for your own peace. But forgiveness doesn't always mean restoring the relationship. And finally, your country needs a mission. What are you building? What are you contributing? What has God called you to do with your life? A country without a clear mission can become distracted. And the same thing happens to a person. When you don't know what matters to you, everything becomes important. Everything becomes urgent. Every opinion can change your direction. But when you know what your mission is, you can make better decisions. Knowing our purpose helps us choose. And choice is one of the most important parts of our life. So maybe it's time to have your own personal State of the Union address. Maybe it's time to sit down with yourself. Sit down with God and ask, what is working in my life? What is weakening me? Where are my borders being ignored? Who has too much influence on my life? Where are my resources going? What needs to be repaired? What needs to be removed? What needs to be built? And what is God asking me to do next? You know, the world may continue to be loud. It may continue to be confusing. There may always be darkness somewhere, but we do not have to allow that darkness to take over our minds, our homes, our future. We can remain informed, but we don't have to remain confused. We can recognize evil, but we don't have to let fear control us. We can participate in the world without surrendering ourselves to it. We can learn, we can pray, we can think, but God is the sovereign, and we are his stewards. Our lives are the territory that we've been given to govern. So protect your borders, check your sources, use your resources wisely, build a strong infrastructure, choose your advisors wisely, create a culture of faith and peace, and never forget your mission. The world may be in chaos, but chaos doesn't have to have control over you. As always, I thank you for spending your time with me. This has been the Mia Pompey Podcast. Always calm, always real, and always direct.